Welcome to episode 5 of the CSS Battle Breakdown, the show where I explain how to complete the challenges on the CSS Battle site. My name is Michael Dawson, your host for this program. Today I'll be showing you how to solve Battle 1 Target 5 Acid Rain. You may have noticed that I've made some slight changes to my screen recordings. I've isolated the Chrome window to remove the view of all my open tabs and programs, and I've also used the Chrome extension called Restyle to increase the contrast for the brackets and semicolons in the code. Hopefully this will make it easier to read on the screen. In a CSS battle, you are presented with an image known as a target. Your objective is to duplicate the target using only HTML and CSS. You are not allowed to use any images or any other outside resources, and every character in your solution lowers your score, even whitespace and comments. My solving process consists of 4 steps. The first step is evaluating the target. This is where I examine the target and determine what methods there are that could be used to create the target image, and which one I will use in my solution. Target 5 is called Acid Rain, and once again it is fairly simple, except for some fiddling with some border radii. The first part of this target is the dark background. It's not quite black, but close enough that to the naked eye, you will have trouble distinguishing between the two colors. Now, moving from back to front, the next piece is the orange circle. On top of that is a brown raindrop shape, which is topped with an orange raindrop shape. Note that the brown raindrop could be easily made with a box shadow from this raindrop, but I will consider them separate for the purposes of this demonstration. Using the box shadow, however, is much more efficient, and I will show that solution at the end. Now that we have determined our process, we will create it in a simple manner to ensure the process works. We will start by making 3 divs. These divs will be our circle and teardrop shapes. Since we need to differentiate them, I will give them classes of back, middle, and front. This will make it obvious which one is which. Now all our elements are present, so we just need to add some style to make them look good. First we will style the body, giving it its almost black color. Then we will move on to the back div. It needs the orange color. We will give it an initial size of 100 by 100 pixels, and give it a 50% border radius to make it a circle. And now we place it 50 pixels from the top right corner. It didn't move because it is still considered in line, so we will add the fixed position to it. Now a quick check shows that the size and position are a little off, so we will fiddle with the numbers until we get a width and height of 120 pixels and position it 30 pixels from the top and 80 pixels from the right. It seems good, so we will copy it and begin making changes for the middle one. We'll start with the color, which needs to be that sludgy brown. We know from looking at the target that the top right corner of the middle div is in the middle of the back div. Since the back is 120 pixels square, we just need to move the middle down and to the left by 60 pixels. This gives us a position of 90 pixels from the top and 140 pixels from the right. Now we will fix its name so that this code block will refer to the middle. Then we need to mess with the border radius. Due to the bottom left corner being covered, it doesn't matter at all. What does matter is that the bottom left corner pairs with the top right corner when using only 2 values. So we will set the second value to 0, making these 2 corners square, while the first value is 50%, making the top left and bottom right round. The middle is now done, so we will copy its style and rename it front. We will change its color back to orange, and once again move it down and to the left by 60 pixels. Then we will fix the borders, making all but the top right round. Now it looks like it matches the target, so we will check by submitting. It's a 100% match. We get 601.54 points using 583 characters. Now it's working, but there are several ways that the code could be made better and more efficient. We will start by adding a generic div style. All the divs have fixed positioning, and most of them are orange. They're also all 120 pixels square, so we can move their width and heights to the div style as well. So, we will remove all those attributes from the 3 divs, except for the color, which we will leave in the middle div. After submitting our changes, the score goes from 601.54 to 604.99. It uses 460 characters, down from 583. Now it's time to give our code the best score that we can. We will start by switching out the divs for paragraph tags. We will remove their classes and instead give them custom attributes to identify them: B for back, M for middle, and F for front. We will shorten the body style by using the asterisk wildcard selector. Then we will remove the excess whitespace in the final attribute semicolons until there is only one style per line, replacing the class selectors with attribute selectors. Now, our P's naturally have an upper margin, so we will tweak the top location of the P's to once again match the target. Next, we will remove the closing style tag and bracket, then remove the remaining whitespace. Now it's looking pretty good, but we can shave off a few more characters by making the front and middle P location to be measured from the left instead of the right, which is just some simple arithmetic, since we know that the canvas is 400 pixels wide and the paragraphs are 150 pixels wide. Next, we will remove the pixel units from everywhere that they would default. It looks good. The solution is still a 100% match, using 244 characters for 639.09 points. And we got a new high score. I mentioned earlier an alternate solution, where we would use a box shadow instead of the middle P. You can see that solution here. As you can see, this is a more efficient solution, using 216 characters instead of the 244 characters of the solution we went through by removing a P tag and its associated style block. Thank you for watching. I will put a link to the playlist containing the series in the screen here. If you can think of another way that we can improve the code, please tell us in the comments below. If you have any questions, you can leave those below as well, and I or someone else will probably answer them. Also, give me a like if you enjoyed the video, and click the subscribe button to get notified when I release the next video.